And now for the Signal Oil program, The Whistler, the mystery program that is unique among all mystery programs.
Because you know who's guilty.
You see his every move.
You know his complete plans, even his innermost thoughts.
Yet the final curtain always brings a startling surprise. In the Signal Oil program, The Whistler. That whistle is your signal for the Signal Oil program, The Whistler.
I am the Whistler, and I know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales hidden in the hearts of men and women who have stepped into the shadows. Yes, I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak.
Yes, friends, it's the Whistler for the tops in entertainment. And for the tops in gasoline quality, it's Signal. It takes extra quality, you know, to give you extra mileage. And Signal is the famous Go Farther gasoline. So look for the Signal circle sign in yellow and black that identifies friendly independent signal stations from Canada to Mexico. And now the Whistler's strange story. Still Death.
Even with the moonlight through the big window, the studio room seemed dark to him as he let himself in quickly and leaned back against the door. It was like moving in a nightmare somehow, everything vague, out of focus. He didn't know how long he'd been standing there when it came. That soft knock on the door. He didn't even hear it at first, didn't respond, until it was repeated urgently, demandingly. Then he came out of his daze sufficiently to hurry across the studio to the easel by the window. Quickly, he removed the painting, slipped it behind a desk. Then he turned to answer the door. The man facing him was a total stranger, but he called him by name.
Leonard Miles?
That's right.
You're standing in the dock, Mr. Miles.
Well, I was just leaving.
Sure. You mind if I come in?
What do you want?
Like to take a look around.
Now, look, it's late. My studio's closed.
You know Anne Hamilton, Mr. Miles?
Anne Hamilton? No, I don't.
Funny. That's about the only answer I get out of this neighborhood. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Miles. I'm Lieutenant Meehan. Homicide.
Homicide?
You mind putting on the lights? Ah, that's better. Well, you've worked on some interesting subjects, Mr. Miles.
What is it, Lieutenant? What's on your mind?
Your work, Mr. Miles. Your paintings. I'd like to look at them. They're all that I've had on my mind since learning about Anne Hamilton. In case you didn't know, she's dead.
You just stand there, don't you, Leonard? Facing the police lieutenant. Not even hearing your own voice as you tell him to go ahead and examine the canvases. You're almost not aware of him as he moves about the room, because your mind is spinning rapidly, going over it all again, reliving each week, day, and hour that you spent with Anne Hamilton, the girl he's asking about. You'd like to tell him about it, tell him the kind of person she was, but you don't, because there's still Mary to think about. There's always been Mary. Before Anne, before everything, there's always been Mary, your wife. How well you remember the day you and Mary discussed the exhibition.
Feel better now?
Delicious tea, Mary. Thanks so much.
No, not at all, Connie. So good of you to pose for Leonard.
Oh, I love it. He's taught me more in these past weeks than a semester of art school. You going to work any more this afternoon, Mr. Miles?
No, Connie, that'll be all for today.
Oh, I'll be running on then. Got a class tonight.
You pay heed to this young lady, Mary. She'll graduate from that art school in a year or so and run me out of business.
Oh, in a year you'll be so famous no one will buy from anyone else. Good night, Mary. Mr. Miles.
Good night, Connie.
Good night, Connie.
She's a wonderful girl.
Yes.
You know, Leonard, sometimes I wonder why you stay with me.
Oh, please, Mary.
No, I'm not a help to you. It's a struggle for an artist anyway, and with an invalid wife,
Now,
it makes
stop it, Mary. You help me more than you'll ever know. It's just that, well, I wish I could do more for you. Take you away somewhere. Let you live in the kind of place that you should.
I'm happy with you, Leonard.
Mary, I was offered that job again.
No, Leonard.
There's really nothing wrong with doing magazine illustrations, and it means money. We could try to save...
It isn't what you want to do. You know that. What about the exhibit? You haven't completed your work.
The exhibit isn't going to mean anything. Never has.
Perhaps it will this time. Let's wait and see. I have a feeling about it, Leonard. Promise me you'll wait until after the exhibit. Please, Leonard?
All right, Mary, darling. I promise.
Yes, Leonard, your wife, Mary, had a feeling that the art exhibit was going to make a difference. But it wasn't really different from the others before it. You still heard the same remarks as you moved about among the little group of onlookers. Then they were gone, the curious, the mocking, and the few real patrons. You're alone now, standing there, looking around at a room full of paintings, paintings that no one wanted to buy. You stare at one you were certain they would like, the girl's face with that curious light across it. Then you're startled suddenly at the sound of a girl's voice.
Hello.
You almost believe your mind is playing tricks, and then she speaks again.
Hello.
Why, hello.
I didn't mean to startle you.
I thought everyone had gone.
Yes. I waited until they had. I liked your work, Mr. Miles.
Oh?
I like it very much. I may like it well enough to buy.
Well, everything you see is for sale, Miss...
Hamilton. Anne Hamilton.
Yes. Well, was there something in particular?
I'd like some time to study them.
Well, the exhibit's over, but these will all be brought back to my studio.
I suppose I could come over there. That is, if the transaction can be kept private.
Private?
I wouldn't want any talk, Mr. Miles.
Well, I'm sure the mere fact of your buying a picture wouldn't concern
It
most...
might concern some people. You're a very attractive man, Mr. Miles.
I trust my wife finds me so.
I'm sure she does. My car is across the street. I wonder if we could continue this over a cocktail.
Why,
I know. You're expected home. Couldn't you make a call? It's business, Mr. Miles.
Yes, I can call. I'll do it right away. Look, Miss Hamilton, about the paintings.
You said you'd call me Anne.
All right, Anne. What about
The painting. Yes.
Is it the girl, the one I was looking at
The
when
girl? Oh, no, Leonard, I wouldn't want that. Someone else posed for you. No. Leonard, I want you to paint me.
Oh?
Will you do it?
Well, naturally, portrait painting is my business.
Good. But I should warn you. I'm going to want something unusual. I'd like a painting of myself just as I am, Leonard. No pretty lights or shadows. No painting out the lines.
That should be easy. And there aren't any lines.
You noticed, didn't you? You've noticed a lot about me.
Why, yes, of course. I make a habit of studying subjects.
You're perfect for what I want, Leonard. You'll paint me exactly as I am.
Well, I'll try, Anne. And it isn't such an unusual request.
No? Leonard, someone once told me that I should be painted killing someone or something. You don't believe that, do you?
well, I don't know,
But
Anne.
you'll paint me.
Well, yes.
Just as I am. We'll work together until it's exactly like me.
Yes, Anne. Until it's exactly like you.
with the prologue of Still Death, the Signal Oil Company brings you another strange story by The Whistler. But now, two announcements of unusual importance to all contract bridge players. One, the first changes in the rules of contract bridge since 1941 were just made on the 1st of this month at the Culbertson Teachers Convention. And two, a copy of all these new bridge rules is already waiting for you at your nearest Signal service station. Yes, that's right. The only new developments in bridge in the last 7 years have now been boiled down into convenient, easy-to-understand form by Signal's own bridge expert, Robert Lee Johnson. These are completely separate from the 6 lessons in contract bridge now being distributed by Signal dealers. So whether you're collecting these Signal bridge lessons or not, if you play contract bridge at all, you'll want this handy summary of the new rules in contract bridge. Naturally, it's yours for the asking. And the place to ask for it is at your friendly neighborhood Signal dealer. Friends, before returning to the Whistler, here is an important announcement for Whistler fans in California only. Next Wednesday, the Whistler will be heard in California 1 hour later at 8:30 p.m. Remember, this is in California only. And now back to the Whistler.
It was like a nightmare, wasn't it, Leonard? From the moment you met Anne Hamilton there in the empty art gallery, the way she seemed to step out of the shadows into your life. From the first, there was something that told you to stay away from her, to turn and run, but you didn't. And the following evening, you made excuses to Mary, left her in the apartment, walked down the long corridor, and across the patio to the room that served as your studio. Stood in the half-darkness, smoking a cigarette while you waited. That deep urge to call it all off is there again for an instant, isn't it, Leonard? And then it's all swept away, and you're over the brink as you find yourself with Anne.
Oh, Leonard, it's just as I thought it would be, your studio. It's as if I'd been here many times before. Leonard.
Yeah?
Does your wife like to come here?
Well, unfortunately, my wife can't come here. She's an invalid.
Oh?
She was in an accident.
That's too bad.
She used to come here all the time before she was hurt, but she's still very interested in my work.
So am I. Can we start our painting tonight?
Well, Anne, you wanted to come here to see the studio, but I wouldn't recommend working this way. At night, I mean. The light's all wrong.
You'd rather I came in the daytime?
Anne, I don't get all this secrecy. There's no reason that you shouldn't come here any time. I'm a professional artist, and many women have their portraits
But that's just it. You see, I want this painting to be a surprise.
Oh.
If anyone knew I was seeing you, it might get into the papers.
The papers?
You don't understand, do you? But then I don't think you're really trying to. Oh, nothing to worry about. I'm not front page copy. But I am a society column item.
Look, Anne, now that you've seen the place.
You're nervous, aren't you? I make you nervous.
Well,
It's all right. We'll go. I don't want to rush things, Leonard. I don't ever want you to do anything with me that you don't want to do.
Lower your left arm a little, will you?
Like this?
No, a little more. No, that's it.
Why don't you let me talk?
Not while you're posing.
But, Leonard, I want to talk.
Please, Anne, I can't concentrate on what I'm doing.
Do I affect you that way? I want to.
Please.
It's been a week. When can I see what you've done?
Well, when I'm finished, I want you to get the total effect.
Oh. Well, I want to see you. Dinner tonight?
I can't make it tonight.
Oh, but you must. It's about someone I know. A woman who wants a portrait of her daughter.
Oh? Oh, can't you see me here?
No, I want to talk to you about it. Tell you what to say. Please?
All right, Anne. Tonight, then. Dinner.
Why are you stopping?
Anne, this whole thing has to stop somewhere. I want to talk to you.
I know. It's about Mary.
Yes, it is.
I was hoping you meant that everything is over between you two, and you've told her.
That isn't what I mean.
I've been giving it a lot of thought. You know, it isn't going to be easy, Leonard. The divorce. Being an invalid will put the sympathy of the court on Mary's side.
And
But we'll work it out, won't we, darling?
well, I don't know. A man just
You
can't...
want us to be together, don't you?
Well, when I'm with you, I do. But, Anne, I've got to have time to think.
Certainly, dear. I love you. You know that. But I don't want to wait forever. And I know you don't either.
Anne, if there was no one else to consider, if Mary wasn't...
Kiss me, darling.
Well, I...
It's going to be all right.
Connie, what are you doing in the studio?
Oh, just wanted to say hello. I stopped in on Mary this morning.
Well, I'm sorry, Connie, but this work I'm doing is...
I peeked under the cover.
You what?
You haven't finished the face. Is she very beautiful?
I didn't want anybody to see it. Connie, you had no right.
No, I suppose not. But it made me think of something. How beautiful Mary is, even now.
Thank you, Connie.
What? Mary.
Mary, you shouldn't be standing.
I wanted to surprise you, Leonard. I walked, by the way. Look.
Oh, darling, you'll fall. Here. Bring the wheelchair, Connie.
I'm sorry, Leonard. I tried anyway.
Here now. Easy now. There.
Thanks, darling.
Oh, Mary.
I'll get it, Mr. Miles.
No. Connie, I'll get it. Take Mary back to the apartment, will you, please?
Whatever you say.
Hello?
Hello, darling.
I can't talk to you now.
What is it, darling?
Never mind. You needn't come here today. It's all finished.
The painting?
Everything.
Oh. Well, whatever you want, darling. But I must see you once more.
No, Anne, it's over. I know for the first time in weeks. I'm sure now.
Tonight at my home, you know the address.
Anne, I'm not
Just
going...
this once. I'll be expecting you, darling. 8 o'clock.
Now, what is it, Anne? I told you I didn't want to come here.
Please, darling, don't be upset. Come along. I want you to meet someone. In here.
What's that?
I'll put on the light. There. And now let me introduce you to the man who has given me everything money can buy. My dear, devoted husband.
Your husband?
Now you know why I couldn't be seen with you.
Anne, he's in pain.
Yes, poor darling. He had a stroke just last month. But he won't suffer long.
You talk like this in front of him?
He can hear me. Yes. But he can't speak or move.
I'm going to do something, Anne. I'm going to call
Don't
a doctor.
bother. He has the best doctors and a fine nurse. She'll be back in a little while. Besides, darling, you wouldn't want Mary to know about us, would you? She's an invalid, too, and the shock...
No, I never want Mary to know about us. All right, Anne. What do you want from me?
I want you to finish that painting. It was my husband here who suggested I should be painted killing something.
I see.
I thought you would. Let's adjourn to the library, shall we? Good night, dear. You are going to paint me now, aren't you?
Yes, Anne. I'm going to paint you now.
My arm, let go.
Sit down. Now, give me that purse. I'll paint you now. Now. Rouge, lots of it, smeared on both cheeks. A little purple for the eyelids. Lots of purple. And red, deep blood red for the lips. A straight red gash. This is the painting for you. Go on. Look at yourself in the mirror. Take a good look.
All right, Leonard. Do it this way. I'll still be at your studio tomorrow. You can finish it. And then I'll finish with you.
You wait anxiously all the next day. Near evening, you go to the uncompleted painting, stare at it, suddenly take a brush and start to work. Slowly at first, and then rapidly until you complete it. Yes, this is Anne, isn't it? The way you see her. And then as you set aside your brush, you're aware of her presence.
It's beautiful, Leonard.
It's the way you are, Anne. Oh, Anne, you're hurt.
Yes. I've been shot.
Shot?
Funny. Very funny. I didn't think it would be this way. But I told you I'd finish things for us, Leonard. And I will. And the police arrive. Find me here, dying in your arms.
The Whistler will return in just a moment with a strange ending to tonight's story. Meantime, a special word to you folks who did some traveling throughout the Pacific Coast states this summer. In addition to interesting scenery, you no doubt noticed two other things. One, that wherever you drove, you found friendly Signal dealers. And two, that from Canada to Mexico, Signal gasoline is known as the Go Farther gasoline. Now, naturally, we're plenty proud of Signal's good mileage. But even more so, we're proud of what makes that mileage possible. I'm talking about the extra efficiency today's Signal gasoline coaxes from your motor, which naturally means more thrilling pickup, more silent, responsive power for your car. Extra performance, you see, goes hand in hand with mileage, the very thing Signal gasoline is famous for. That's why we say, to be sure of the tops in gasoline quality, there are just two things to remember. One, it takes extra quality to go farther. And two, Signal is the famous Go Farther gasoline. And now back to the Whistler.
It's a terrible moment, isn't it, Leonard? The climax of a nightmare. As you hold the dying Anne Hamilton in your arms, 1,000 confused thoughts crowd into your mind. You can't understand what's happened.
Anne, who did this? Who shot? Where did you get that gun?
I guess my husband wasn't as much of an invalid as I thought.
Your husband?
Yes. I shot him. And when I put the gun in his hand to make it look like suicide, he shot me.
Oh, no, Anne.
And I saw the suicide angle wouldn't work. I brought the gun up here to pin the whole thing on you, darling.
Quickly, you pick her up, carry her down the back way, and then bring her car around. Moments later, you're racing toward the nearest hospital. Anne, slumped in the seat beside you, continues to mumble incoherently. Then she's silent. On a darkened side street, you stop the car, walk around the corner to a drugstore, and slip into a phone booth.
Police Department, Sergeant Donald. Hello?
There's a blue convertible parked on Shell Street off Kelton. You'll find a woman in the front seat. She's dead.
Where is this? Hello? Who is this?
Ten minutes later, you're back at the studio, alone, exhausted, leaning weakly against the door. You're in the clear now, aren't you, Leonard? Certain the police won't be able to connect you with the deaths of Anne Hamilton and her husband. And most important, your wife, Mary, will never know about Anne. Yes, that's the most important thing in your life, isn't it? Mary. Her happiness now and always. For a long while, you stood there in the dark studio. Then the knock came. The soft knock on the door that brought Lieutenant Meehan of homicide. The quiet questions about Anne that sent your mind spinning. As you watched the lieutenant move about the studio, examining each canvas.
We traced her to this building. Officer Farrell gave her a ticket earlier this evening for going through a red light. Her car was weaving, so he followed her here. Then when he heard over the police radio that we were looking for Anne Hamilton, he called us.
You were looking for her?
Yeah. You see, she called headquarters an hour or so ago. Said someone had killed her husband. Said she thought the killer might be a man who had been painting her portrait. Didn't say who he was. But then when she came to this building, well, you're the only artist around here. See what I mean?
I don't know any Anne Hamilton, Lieutenant.
Mm-hmm. So you said before.
Have you finished looking around, Lieutenant?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Nice pictures. Well, thanks. I'll be on my way.
What's the matter?
I almost overlooked one of your paintings, Mr. Miles. This one behind the desk. Interesting work, Mr. Miles.
You like it?
I said it was interesting. You know, Miles, it's lucky for you I didn't find a portrait of Anne Hamilton here. I never can figure out you guys. Now take this canvas. You paint a beautiful dame with a figure like that. Then instead of a face, you top it off with a death's head.
Let that whistle be your signal for the Signal Oil program, The Whistler. Friends, let me repeat. Here is an important announcement for Whistler fans in California only. Next Wednesday, The Whistler will be heard in California 1 hour later at 8:30. Remember, this is California only. The Whistler is brought to you by the Signal Oil Company, marketers of Signal gasoline and motor oil and fine quality automotive accessories. Signal has asked me to remind you, to get the most driving pleasure, drive at sensible speeds, be courteous, and obey traffic regulations. It may save a life, possibly your own. Featured in tonight's story were William Conrad and Lorette Philbrand. The Whistler was produced and directed by George W. Allen, with story by Gilbert Thomas and music by Wilbur Hatch, and was transmitted to our troops overseas by the Armed Forces Radio Service. Remember, at the same time next Wednesday, another strange tale by The Whistler. Marvin Miller speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Let every go signal remind you that you do go farther with Signal gasoline. The Signal Oil Program. The Signal Oil Company and your neighborhood signal dealer bring you another curious story by The Whistler. Tonight, the doctor operates in crime.
I am the Whistler, and I know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales, many secrets hidden in the hearts of men and women who have stepped into the shadows. Presently I'll tell you of nameless terrors of which they dare not speak.
The Whistler will bring you his story in a moment. But first, for the benefit of those who missed the War Production Board's recent warning about the tire shortage, I'll briefly repeat the facts. Because of a predicted shortage of over 1 million bus and truck tires during the first quarter of 1945, WPB warns there may not be enough new passenger car tires for even B and C book drivers. So regardless of what kind of ration book you have, your best bet is to use your neighborhood Signal gasoline dealer's service for keeping your present tires in condition for recapping. By inspecting your tires regularly, he can catch and repair small damages before they become serious and ruin the carcass. Then, when he finds the tread is worn to just the proper stage, he can give you a recap job of top-quality material packed with thousands of miles of additional wear for your necessary driving. However, if you have a new tire certificate, Signal dealers still have fresh, new synthetic tires to help keep you rolling for the duration. And now, the Whistler.
From the street, it looks innocent. Just a plain, ordinary two-story dwelling. There's a sign over the entranceway. It says Dr. Julius J. Weber. Just that, nothing more. A dark, lean man, his coat buttoned tightly, his hat brim pulled low, turns into the entrance, pauses a moment, then pushes a button and opens the door.
Is this the doctor's office? Sign just said ring and come in.
Can I help you?
Hey, you're a cutie. What's your name?
What did you want to see the doctor about?
Me. I want to see him about me.
Your name, please.
Make it anything you like.
I'm afraid I must have your real name.
Why?
Perhaps you'd better see another doctor.
Oh, no. Dr. J. Weber's the guy I want.
I'm sorry.
No, don't get on your high horse. Angelo's the name. Anthony Angelo.
Anthony Angelo.
Tony to you.
I don't quite know when the doctor...
Oh, no. Oh, excuse me, I did not...
This is Mr. Anthony Angelo, Doctor.
Hiya, Doc.
How do you do? Have I any more appointments this afternoon?
No,
This is
man
important, Doc.
Angelo. Angelo. Seems to me I've heard the name before.
Yeah. I've been getting lots of publicity, especially lately. That's why I want to see you.
Come inside. Nurse, bring along your book.
Hey, this is confidential.
You are at liberty to take your business elsewhere.
Everybody's touchy around here. Okay. Let her come along.
Come in. You may sit here, please. That's it. Now, who recommended me to you?
Guy by the name of James.
So? Friend of yours?
I wouldn't say that. Maybe he did me a good turn.
Perhaps.
You did some work for him, didn't you?
Have you seen him lately?
Not for 5, 6 months.
Then how did he manage to recommend me?
Well, it wasn't personal. Grapevine gets around.
What would you like me to do for you?
I want the works.
How badly?
Pretty bad. I'm hot as a firecracker, and I don't think things will cool off this time.
You want a complete job of plastic surgery, then, huh?
You're the doctor. Anything you say goes.
I'm glad we understand each other. What kind of face would you like?
Huh? You mean I could pick my own?
With certain limitations. I can change the color of your eyes and hair. I can change the contour of your face, reshape your nose, change the way you walk.
Way I walk?
I can take every birthmark or scar off your body and replace them with others as, well, other portions of your body.
Permanent?
Yes, permanently. I will extract every tooth in your mouth and replace them with plates.
Well, what for? My choppers don't show.
They're a positive means of identification.
Yeah, that's right. Anything else?
Yes, your fingerprints. I will remove them.
Huh?
I will get you shoes which will increase your height and change your gait.
Kind of thorough, ain't you, Doc?
I have to be. Will you get the camera, nurse, please?
Yes, Doctor.
Camera, what for?
I need various photographs of you for study before I operate.
I don't want it.
I must insist.
I never had a picture of me taken yet.
You're going to have one now.
You're quite a one, Dr. Weber. How much is all this going to cost me?
We can come to terms on that, I believe.
And where's this operation going to be performed?
In my surgery. You will spend about 5 weeks here in this house. Nurse, have you the camera?
Yes, Doctor.
Would you mind, Mr. Angelo? A few shots of your face, please. Then your hands, torso, feet.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm only the patient.
This is a big job you've taken on yourself, Dr. Weber. Tony Angelo is a big man in the underworld. And what you were planning, not only in aiding the forces of evil, but of your payment, therefore, just might have repercussions. And what is your fee, Dr. Weber? 5 weeks have elapsed, and Tony is ready to go forth into the world newborn, so to speak. And you haven't mentioned your fee yet. Better go easy. Tony Angelo is hard. He's tough. You think about that while you're unwrapping his bandages.
Rather a fateful moment, isn't it, Tony? I'll take that, nurse.
All right, Doctor.
Thank you. There. You'll find that the slight scars will vanish in a short time.
Now, let's have a mirror. Let's have a look.
Here you are.
My nose. My face. My lips. Hey, this ain't me.
You may go, nurse.
Yes, Doctor.
Here, look at my eyes. They're gray. And my hair and eyebrows. Doc, you're a marvel. It's worth whatever you ask. How much do I owe you?
Sit down, Tony. Over there in that chair, facing me.
Yeah, sure, okay.
My fee is $1,000 a month for the rest of your life.
How much?
$1,000 a month.
You're kidding.
Levity is the furthest thought from my mind at the moment.
I can't pay that much.
Yes, you can. And you had better.
I was afraid of something like this. Okay, I'm listening.
There's nothing to tell. My fee is $1,000 a month for the rest of your life. The completeness of my job works for me as well as for you. I'm satisfied you're going to live for a long time.
How do you know I got that much money to pay on the line?
You have. You've been investigated. I know what each of my patients can pay.
There's a sweet racket you have, Dr. Weber.
I am bringing it to a very successful conclusion. You are my last patient. I am now assured of an income for the rest of my life, which will permit me to live in luxury.
You mean with my 1,000, you have enough?
That's right. And if you have any ideas of not paying, forget them. Smarter men than you are paying right now.
Maybe they forget easier.
That's what I advise you to do. To forget your entire past.
I suppose you know that you can get knocked off any time.
By whom?
Any one of your patients. Maybe Huey James.
How do you know James was a patient?
I heard rumors.
I wouldn't put much stock in rumors. Furthermore, any idea you may have of inflicting injury on me, you can discard. If I am absent 12 consecutive hours without notification at certain places, a complete file of documentary evidence is presented at the office of the district attorney.
Very smooth. Go ahead, Doc.
And if by the 10th day of each month your payment is not in this office, complete evidence on you is sent to the DA.
That sounds like blackmail.
Call it whatever you wish. I'm only ensuring your payment. In case you're in doubt as to the extent of my evidence, I'll enumerate the things which makes my insurance the best in the world.
I'm listening.
I have a complete set of your former fingerprints and of the impressions made by your fingers now. I have photographs of you before the operation and while you have been sitting in that chair, 36 shots have been made through that aperture in the wall directly behind me.
What?
Yes, right there. So, Tony, get rid of any idea that my plan is not foolproof. It is. There is nothing you can do. Nothing.
Smooth. Pretty smooth.
It's better than that. It's perfect. And the reason it's perfect is because I am winding it up now. You are my last case.
You know, I ain't got the foggiest idea what to do about it yet. But I'll think it over.
You do that. In the meantime, keep sending those checks regularly, huh?
I'm through here now, huh?
That's right. You can leave. If anything bothers you, come back. But please make it soon, because I'll probably be taking a trip.
Okay, Doc. I'll be seeing you.
Good luck, Tony.
Oh, Mr. Angelo.
I got a new name, sister. Sucker. By the way, are you in with that guy's racket?
Here is your wallet, Mr. Angelo. Will you let us know what name to use in place of Angelo?
Yeah, sure. You're a cutie, you know. You cutting into the doc's melon?
I am the doctor's wife, Mr. Angelo.
Oh.
Goodbye, Mr. Angelo.
Goodbye, nurse. For now.
You were listening to The Whistler, brought to you by your friend, the Signal Oil Company, marketers of famous Signal gasoline, your best buy today. Remember to let every go signal remind you do go farther with Signal gasoline.
Well, that's a neat little racket Dr. Weber has, isn't it, Tony? He has you so tied up you can't possibly wiggle out of it, can you? Or maybe you can. If you can just think up the right angle. Maybe if you can track down some of the others and compare notes, then you may be able to pick up a clue, find out something that the good doctor forgot. They'll cooperate with you. They're in the same boat as you. And 2 heads will be better than 1. So, who'll it be first? Well, there's only one you even know about, Huey James. Yes, look up Huey James, or the man who used to be Huey James.
Huey James? Haven't seen him.
James, he hasn't been around here for months. Just disappeared, I guess.
I heard he got his face lifted. And as far as I know, ain't nobody seen him since. Don't even know what he looks like now.
Oh, yeah. Huey James. He's the guy who used to wear those English tweed suits and smoke those English cigarettes. Players, wasn't it?
That's right. Do you know where he bought those cigarettes? I might be able to track him that way.
Why, sure. The cigar store down the corner. Maybe he can tell you.
Yeah, now you're getting somewhere, Angelo. Try the cigar store. You're using your head now.
Do you have any Players cigarettes?
No, Oh, now, wait a minute. Players, huh? Yeah, here. I do have 1 pack left here in the drawer.
Thanks. Not many people buy these, huh?
No, I've been keeping them specially for 1 customer. Guess I'm about the only store in town that has
1
them.
customer, huh?
Yeah.
That 1 customer wouldn't be Huey James, would it?
Oh, no. I haven't seen him for months. I used to keep Players especially for Huey. Then he disappeared. But it was very funny. A few weeks later, this other guy shows up and asks for them. He's been coming back regular ever since.
Oh? What's he look like?
Oh, well, now that you mention it, something like Huey. He wore those gray tweed English-made suits, just like Huey.
And it's something of the same build.
But the face wasn't like Huey.
Oh, no, not at all. And he had red hair.
I see. Maybe I'll stick around and meet him. A fella players smoker, you know.
Oh, no. No, he won't be coming in again.
Huh? Why not?
Oh, the cigarette shortage, you know. I can't get players at all anymore. He bought out all I had the last time and said he wouldn't be back until after the war and I got more.
But mightn't he come in just for any kind of cigarette?
I doubt it. He said he came from clear across the town to get him.
I see. Okay, thanks.
Too bad, Angelo. Just when it seemed you were getting on the track, the trail ends. You found out that Huey now has red hair, if the player smoker is Huey. But where are you going to find one red-haired man out of all those in this big city? You try everything you can think of, but the trail leads nowhere. And the date of your first payment to Dr. Weber is approaching fast. You've got to do something. Figure something out. Forget Huey. Figure something else out.
Figure something. Gotta figure it out. If I plug the doc, the evidence gets turned over to the cops. Wait a minute. Who turns it over to them?
That's right, Angelo. Now you're thinking again. Who does turn the evidence of your transformation over to the police? If you can get to that guy, get him and destroy the evidence, your worries are over. Slowly, a plan takes form in your mind. Could it work? Could it? Maybe. And it's worth a chance. You can't just sit and pay $1,000 a month all your life, now, can you?
Oh, Mr. Angelo.
Hello, sister.
What are you doing back here? Something wrong? Don't you feel well?
I feel okay, sister. I want to see the doc.
But what about? He's very busy.
I know, but he'll see me. I got something for him.
Oh? Oh, yes. You're early with it, aren't you? Well, that's good. A lot better than being late, isn't it?
Yeah. That's just what I figured. See in there?
Yes, you may go in.
Okay. Maybe you better come along. You might want to take some more of them notes.
Oh? Very well.
Well, Mr. Angelo.
Mr. Angelo says he has something for you, Doctor.
You're very prompt, aren't you, Mr. Angelo?
I got something for you, Dr. Weber, but it's not what you think. I got a surprise.
A surprise?
Yeah. Your game is up, Doc. You won't get a cent out of me.
Oh?
Yeah. Because I found out who your trigger man is and where he kept the evidence.
Where he kept the evidence?
That's right. You get it, Doc. The evidence ain't there anymore, so you got nothing on me. Now, if I decide I ain't going to pay, there's nothing you can do about it.
I see. I don't believe you, Angelo.
You will, Doc. You will. Now I'll be running along. It's been very pleasant to make your acquaintance. See you later, sweetheart.
A smart trick, eh, Angelo? By the look on their faces, you figure you pulled it off, too. Now all you have to do is wait around across the street to see what happens. If they take the bait, one of them is sure to go see about that evidence, and they'll lead you right to it. And you don't have long to wait. It's only a few minutes before the doc comes out and hails a taxi. You're in one right behind him, and you tail him clear across town. You follow him into a swank-looking apartment. It's easy. He's an amateur at this game, and you're an expert. You take the stairs. He takes the elevator. And you're ahead of him all the way. When he gets off at the 5th floor, you're standing in the stairwell watching. He knocks on a door. And while you're both waiting, you think how neatly your trick worked. He's led you right to the evidence. Then the door opens and you get a shock. Yes, you get a shock because the man who opened the door to Weber wore a gray English tweed suit and had red hair. And you know without anyone telling you, it was Huey James. Your trick didn't work after all. He didn't lead you to the evidence, but he did lead you to your fellow victim, Huey James. Now's your chance, Angelo. You've got them together. You've got Weber trapped there. And with Huey's help, you should be able to worm the truth out of him. Go ahead, Angelo. Go on in and start talking.
What do you want?
I see by your door plate you called Mr. Peterson.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm called Becker. I want to talk with you.
I'm busy now.
It's all right. You needn't worry, Huey. I'm okay.
My name's not Huey.
Yes, it is. It's not Peterson any more than mine's Becker. I got something to say you'll want to hear. Maybe Dr. Weber won't.
Oh. Maybe you better come in.
Yeah. I thought you'd see it my way. Thanks.
Seems you two have met.
Yes, we have. So your information was a trick to try to get me to give away my information, wasn't it, Angelo?
Never mind about that. You did me a favor. I've been looking for this guy for weeks. Now that I found him, you're on your last legs, Doc.
Angelo, I warn you. You're playing with fire.
You can't scare me now, Doc. Once Huey and I get working together, we'll break up your racket, okay?
Hey, what is this? Do you mind letting me in on what you're talking about?
I'll tell you, Huey. You and I are in the same boat. This guy's blackmailing us for our shirt, his payment for the operations he gave us. If we can get that evidence he's got cached away somewhere and destroy it, we're free. He's got nothing on us. And we can stop paying him his hush money.
I see what you mean. You and me together, huh?
That's it. We got him here right now. Let's make him talk. Make him tell us where that stuff is. We got ways to make him talk. You know that.
Angelo, I'm warning
There
you.
we are, Doc. Don't move.
That gun won't help, Angelo. You're just going to write your own death warrant.
That's what you think.
Yeah, and so do I. Drop it, Angelo.
Hey, Huey. You aren't sticking up for him. Listen, don't let him buffalo you.
Everything was going okay, punk, and I wanted to stay that way, see? No dumb punk is going to come shooting his mouth off and ruin everything for all of us, see? Now drop it, I said.
Why, you yell a liver...
Huey, stop it. Don't be a fool. Look out. Stop.
You fool, you fool.
Take it easy, Angelo. Take it easy. You got a couple of slugs where they do the most harm. And there's Huey James lying over there. And you can tell from here he's dead. Your bullets did that. You're a fool, Angelo. You came here to get Huey on your side. Instead, you end up by shooting it out with him, bumping him off, and maybe getting bumped off yourself. Better get out of here while you can still walk, before the cops come. Weber, the doc got away. Here's the door. Get out. Hurry! Hurry!
Well, this one here in the hall is still alive. Not for long. The other one's dead.
Okay. Here's the guy we caught running out of the building.
Take your hands off
What's
me.
your name?
I'm Julius Weber. I'm a doctor. I was just visiting here in the apartment, and I don't see why...
He did it.
Hey, wait a minute. What did you say, man?
He did it. I was coming down the hall. He ran out the door, shooting. I got in the way.
That's not true. He's lying. He did it.
I was just an innocent bystander.
That's not true. I tell you, he did it. He's Tony Angelo. He's a gangster.
Tony Angelo? That's not Tony Angelo. I know Tony.
I tell you it is.
And how do you know? Come on, speak up, brother. You're staring a murder rap in the face.
I know it's Tony Angelo because I performed the plastic surgery on him.
You hear that, mister? What have you got to say to that?
He did it. I'm just innocent. Innocent.
He's lying, I tell you. Make him tell you the truth.
Too late now. He's dead.
But... No. You don't believe him. Surely...
Put the cuffs on him, Joe. Take him down and book him for murder.
The Whistler will return in just a moment with a strange ending of tonight's story. Meantime, let's consider for a moment the very important subject of how many miles you're getting per ration gallon of the gasoline you're using. Perhaps you're among the 98% of drivers who don't know the answer to that question. Then here's a point well worth remembering. For years, more and more Western drivers who keep close track of their gasoline mileage have been switching to Signal, the famous Go Farther gasoline. And what's more important, the switch to Signal has actually increased since gas rationing. And here's why. Although certain gasoline ingredients have gone to war, Signal standards of quality still guarantee you the very finest gasoline that can be made today. And Signal still places the emphasis on mileage. Naturally, no company today can promise you the same performance you found in pre-war gasoline. And we can only hint at the brilliantly improved Signal gasoline you'll be able to buy after victory is won. But what you're interested in today is getting the most possible miles from every ration coupon. And for that job, you'll find Signal Go Farther gasoline your best buy today. And now, back to the Whistler.
Well, Angelo and Huey James both dead, and the doctor booked for murder. Funny thing, the police never did believe that he was telling the truth, or maybe they didn't care too much, especially after they found all the evidence. Enough evidence to send the doctor up for a good many years for performing illegal operations. So Angelo did do a pretty good job of fixing the doctor. The funny part of it was, something he never knew, that his trick had worked perfectly. Yes, the doctor had taken the bait, because the police found the doctor's evidence in Huey James' apartment. It seems Huey was really the brains behind the racket. After he'd had his face remodeled by Dr. Weber, he'd persuaded the doctor that they could run a nice racket, with Huey taking the lion's share of it. You see, blackmail works both ways. Huey has as much on the doctor as the doctor had on him. It was very neat, until Angelo came along. The moral of the story is, of course, that a doctor who operates in crime may expect to run his practice into the ground. 6 feet into the ground.
Next Monday at 9 o'clock, the Signal Oil program will bring you another strange tale by the Whistler. The Signal Oil program is broadcast for your entertainment by the Signal Oil Company, marketers of Signal's famous Go Farther gasoline and motor oil, and by your neighborhood Signal Oil dealer, who is at your service daily to keep your car running for the duration. The Signal Oil program, produced and directed by George W. Allen, with story by Selig Lester and Merwin Gerard, and music by Wilbur Hatch, is transmitted to our troops overseas by the Armed Forces Radio Service. Bob Anderson speaking for your friend, the Signal Oil Company, and suggesting once again that you let every go signal remind you that you do go farther with Signal gasoline. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Signal gasoline, the gasoline that does go farther. The Signal Oil Company presents The Whistler. The Signal Oil Company and your neighborhood Signal dealer bring you another curious story by The Whistler. Tonight, Murder on Paper.
I am the Whistler, and I know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales hidden in the hearts of men and women who stepped into the shadows. Yes, I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak. Well, to begin with, I'm not telling this story. No. Fred Wallace is telling it. Fred Wallace is a writer of detective stories for pulp magazines. And this is the best story he's ever told. Yes. Go on, Fred. Continue your dictation. You were a writer and a police reporter, and you never held a job very long. Just why was that, Fred?
I was a victim of the ponies. I couldn't stay away from the racetracks. I was hitting the 40-year mark, and I was down at Hialeah Park in Florida when I met a gorgeous blonde from California named Lita Martin, her friend Vera Durant. This Vera was a widow who was tossing money around and having the time of her life. She wasn't too pretty, not as pretty as Lita, but her husband had left her $500,000. That made up for it. What more could I ask? Am I taking too much time?
All the time you want, Wallace.
Well, by the time the Hialeah meet was over, Vera and I were married and on our way to her place in Los Angeles. Santa Anita was closed, but Hollywood Park was about to open, and I'd figured on running a stable and a string of ponies. I didn't mention the subject until we'd pulled out of San Bernardino. What's the matter with the idea, Vera? I thought you were crazy about horse racing.
I had a lot of fun at Hialeah, Fred. I enjoyed watching the horses run.
You won some money, didn't you?
Little, but I didn't go for that reason. My friend Lita insisted I spend the season in Florida just to get my mind off things.
Well, you certainly seem to have a good time.
Now that I think of it, it seems silly. It's gambling, and I don't approve of gambling.
What? Well, that's certainly news to me. The way you threw down $100 bills, I thought you were an old-timer at it.
It was my first time at such a place. Oh, Fred, darling, there's no reason why we can't go to the races once or twice.
Once or twice?
I know you've been able to get by on your gambling, but you're 40 years old. It's time you settled down and accomplished something in a bona fide business.
Business? What do I know about business? But I know horses, and with a good string, I can clean up.
Fred, darling, there's no need for you to clean up. All you need to do is learn the business my husband left me, and to be able to take care of that.
Oh, a chemical plant. Are you kidding, Vera?
I'll speak to Mr. Adamson tomorrow as to the right job to start you on. And you'll find it most exciting when you get into it.
Okay, honey, I'll try.
Well, Fred, you weren't exactly conscious of it at the time, but that was when you got the idea for all this. You could pick horses, but you couldn't pick women. Once Vera got home, she was entirely changed, wasn't she, Fred?
She was all business and hung on to nickels like they were $20 bills. What a change. But I went to work in the chemical plant at $75 a week and tried my best to like it. I was bored stiff. And finally, I located a bookie and started playing the horses again. One day, I got a bit too deep, and I borrowed some dough from a guy. When I stalled him a little too long, he threatened me. He was a well-known gangster, and I got frightened. I went home during lunch hour to see if I could wangle some extra dough from Vera. But, Vera, honey, $1,000 isn't going to break you. You act like you didn't know where your next meal was coming from.
You have a salary of $75 a week, Fred, and a car, and all your living expenses are free. Any sensible person can certainly get along on that.
Sensible or not, I need $1,000 now, and I gotta have it.
Why?
All right. I borrowed that much from a guy to place a little bet, but I picked the wrong guy. He turned out to be a gangster. He's put me on the spot.
Oh, don't be so corny on the spot.
You won't let me have the money?
That's childish nonsense.
I'm not kidding. This guy's serious. But do you care? No. You got more money than you can ever use, and what good will it do you? None. You're a cheap little penny pincher.
You'd better go, Fred. Back to the plant.
What good is your money? No good. You don't enjoy life, and you never will.
Please.
What good is a lot of money if you can't use it? You might as well have a bunch of rocks in the bank. You're a stingy, selfish, self-centered tightwad, Vera. Do you hear me? Stingy, selfish, and miserable. I gave her the works. But when she pranced out of the room and slammed the door, I knew she meant it. And I knew, too, that I'd overplayed my hand. Then I got to thinking about what I'd said. That her money was no good to her and that she didn't enjoy life. All kinds of dough, and she didn't enjoy life. That's what I was thinking that day on the train. If she didn't enjoy life, why should she go on living?
With the prologue of tonight's story, Murder on Paper, the Signal Oil Company brings you another of the strange tales by the Whistler. But before we go on with the story, let's consider carbon, that word you hear so often in connection with automobile motors. Well, just what is carbon and what does it do? Well, coal is carbon. So is soot. Some motor oils form the hard kind of carbon in the cylinder head, gradually building up a thick, hard crust that causes knock, loss of motor efficiency, lower gasoline mileage. It can even cause costly repair bills. That's why the solvent refining of Signal 4-Star Motor Oil is doubly important to you at this time when you want your motor to last out the duration and you want all the miles you can get from ration gasoline. You see, because of solvent refining, which is the latest, most costly process known to oil engineers, Signal 4-Star Motor Oil actually forms less carbon, and it's soft soot-like carbon that tends to blow out with the exhaust gases. Thus, by keeping your motor cleaner, more efficient, solvent-refined Signal 4-Star Motor Oil does two important things. One, aids longer motor life, and two, helps your gasoline go farther. So for your motor's next refill, ask your neighborhood Signal gasoline dealer for your best buy today, Signal 4-Star Motor Oil. And now, back to the Whistler.
That's when the whole thing crystallized, wasn't it, Fred? It was as clear as a bell. As a writer, you'd plotted 100 murders where the killer was always caught. This time, you'd shuffle them all together and plot one where the killer would never even be suspected. You didn't have the plot yet, did you?
But I knew I was going to kill my wife, Vera. I grabbed my hat and left the house, got into Vera's convertible coupe and started driving. I headed out Sunset toward the beach. I don't know why, except maybe I didn't want to go back to the plant. And Vera had a beach house at Malibu. I pulled up in front of it, got out, walked down the side of the house toward the beach, sort of aimlessly. Started to flop down on the sand. I didn't see Vera's friend, Lita, stretched out on the beach next door.
Fred! Fred, hey!
What? Oh, hi, Lita.
What are you doing down here at this time of day?
I don't know, just monkeying around.
Oh, yeah? Well, come on over here and sit down, Fred. I won't bite you.
Yeah? Okay. I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I sat down close to her. Too close. And when a guy gets that close to a gal like Lita Martin, well, it's like sticking your nose over a can of ether.
Are you afraid of me, Fred?
Afraid? Not in the least. Why?
Oh, I don't know. Something's wrong with you. A domestic problem, Fred?
No, a business problem.
Business? Oh, you're worried as much about the business as you are about the North Pole. I'm going to the races this afternoon. Want to come along?
No, I haven't time for that sort of thing. Besides, Vera doesn't approve of it. I got a lot of work to do at the plant, and she'll expect me to make a report to her this evening.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that you're making such an effort to learn the chemical business. But it's certainly a mystery to me.
What is?
How you ever took up with a girl like Vera in the first place.
Vera and I are very happy.
You really love Vera, and not just her money?
What a thing to say. Of course I love her. What's wrong with Vera?
Nothing's wrong with her. She's one of my best friends. But you and Vera are as much alike as night and day. At least you were. You get a kick out of everything, Fred. Vera is such a tightwad that she never enjoys anything, except making money. She's never really enjoyed life. How could she?
What?
Well, she has everything to make life livable, but she'll never enjoy a minute of it.
Yeah.
When you going back to town?
What? Oh, I'm going back now.
Oh, good. You can take me in. I'll tell the maid I'll go in with you. I'll change in just 3 minutes. You don't mind taking me in, do you, Fred?
Why, no. It's a pleasure, Lita. Glad to.
And it was on that ride back from the beach that you got the idea, wasn't it, Fred? A few blocks from the beach, you realized the convertible was pulling hard to the left. You stopped on an incline and found the valve in the right front tire was leaking. You jacked the wheel up to change, but you didn't pull the emergency brake on hard enough. The car slipped off the jack and started to roll, but a call to Lita, and she grabbed the emergency, Fred?
That gave me the idea, how to get rid of Vera. She'd planned to go up to her mountain place that evening because the first snow had fallen, a perfect setup. But I needed a witness for what I was going to do, so I worked it so that Vera invited Lita. About an hour before we left, I put the leaky tire back on the wheel, then loosened the bolt on the emergency brake to where it would just barely hold when pulled all the way back. I dropped a couple of sleeping tablets in Vera's tea just before we left. Vera sat in front with me and Lita in the rear with the luggage. After we passed the Crestline turnoff, I picked a spot on a downgrade. I pulled off to the side, facing a 500 or 600-foot drop. I stopped, eased the handbrake back all the way. It held just barely.
What's the matter, Fred?
I put that tire back on the wheel. I thought I'd fixed it, but it's almost flat again. I can feel it. I'll have to change again.
Oh, well, can I help you?
Oh, thanks, Lita, but I can handle it. Guess Vera's sound asleep. Hand me the jack and that wrench under your feet.
Okay.
I left them out because I didn't trust my job on that tire. Thanks, Lita. I'll have it changed in a jiffy. I jacked up the right front wheel till it just barely cleared the ground, removed the hubcap, applied the lug wrench, and I was all set to throw the car in motion. I wanted to get Lita out of the car on the opposite side because she was to be my witness if I needed one. Lita, bring me that flashlight beside you. Guess I'll need your help after all. It's dark out here.
Yes, Fred.
As Lita slammed the door, I gave a terrific pull on the lug wrench. The car rolled off the jack and went into motion. I yelled just for effect, but it was only a few feet to the edge. The car shot over, hit a ledge about 20 feet below, and then crashed on down to the bottom. I stood there looking down, acting as though I was paralyzed. Then I turned around with a horrified look on my face and let out a terrific groan. But Lita wasn't there. She disappeared. I was frantic. I screamed into the dark, "Lita!" But no answer. My witness had disappeared.
You were terrified, Fred. You stood there trembling in the dark, screaming for Lita, as though she were a mile away. Then it came to you. You grabbed the flashlight and shot it around and down on the ledge below. And there was Lita, on the rocks of the ledge and blood on her face.
I knew then how she'd got there. She'd jumped on the left running board to grab the emergency brake and gone over with the car. That's what I hadn't counted on. Lita wasn't supposed to have touched the brake. Only this afternoon she'd pulled it on. Now, when it didn't work, she'd know for sure that it had been tampered with. She could tell them that the accident was no accident. I picked up a rock, started down to the ledge to give her a good bash on the head.
But a car pulled up, Fred. Vera, your wife, was dead. But they rushed Lita to San Bernardino. You never left Lita's side for 3 days because your witness was now a good prospect for state's witness. When she came to.
But I thanked my lucky stars when she regained consciousness. She knew me, but she couldn't seem to remember just what had happened. I was awful sweet to her. I told her my own private version of the accident.
Fred, what happened?
Don't you remember, Lita?
No. All I can recall is a terrible crash. Nothing more.
The tire went flat, and I stopped to change it. I jacked the wheel up and started to remove the lug nuts, and it slipped off the jack and rolled over the cliff.
Well, where was I?
Vera was asleep in the front seat, and you were sitting in the back seat. You must have been thrown clear when the car hit the ledge. Or maybe when you saw the car rolling, you tried to jump out. Perhaps that's what saved you.
Poor Vera. She didn't have a chance, did she?
No. What do you mean?
Well, didn't you say she was asleep?
Did I say that? Well, yes. That's right, she was.
Well, at least she didn't suffer. She probably never knew what happened.
Lita, you can't remember a thing about what happened?
No, I can't seem to remember just what it was all about. It's all very hazy. But did the doctor tell you?
Tell me what?
Well, he said my loss of memory was only temporary. At least he hoped so, and maybe in time, he didn't say how long, but that in time everything will clear up. In a way, I hope that won't happen.
Why?
I'd rather not know any more about it than I do.
For your own sake, I hope. I hope you never remember about it. It was too gruesome. Lita?
Yes, Fred?
Look, it was all my fault, darling. It was pure negligence on my part. I should have put a rock under one of the wheels. There's nothing that can be done about poor Vera now. But you're going to be all right. And I want you to know that I'll do all in my power to make up for it. It's my duty. It's the least I can do.
What are you getting at, Fred?
It'll be my duty from now on to take care of you, Lita. Vera would want it that way, I'm sure.
Fred, I don't understand.
Later on, we can be married, and I'll always stay right by your side. After all, you and I always thought a great deal of each other, didn't we?
Are you trying to say that I'm paralyzed or something?
No, darling, not that, but haven't you looked in the mirror?
My face.
Lita, as soon as you're out of here, I'll spend every dollar Vera left me. I'll have the best plastic surgeons in the country, and you'll be just as beautiful as ever.
Fred,
You are listening to The Whistler, brought to you by your friend, the Signal Oil Company, marketers of the famous Signal gasoline, your best buy today. Remember to let every go signal remind you do go farther with Signal gasoline.
Well, everything Vera had was left to you, wasn't it, Fred? But you dumped it all on the market, including the plant and all the real estate. Turned it into cash. Married Lita, had her face fixed up, and bought another beautiful place up at Big Bear Lake. And took Lita up there. You had no servants because you wanted her all to yourself, didn't you, Fred?
I watched her like a hawk because I wanted to be around if she should regain her memory. But after a while, she got to acting kind of strange. She began to ask funny questions. About what happened that night, I mean. The cloud was beginning to clear up, is what I figured. It was getting on my nerves. And I knew for sure that if it cleared up and she remembered about grabbing for that brake, the whole thing would come out. She'd know that I'd killed Vera. Then one afternoon...
Fred, I've just had another one of those terrible dreams. Nightmares.
Nightmares? Since when have you been having nightmares in the afternoon?
I've had several of them. It's terrifying, Fred. I can't understand why I always dream the same thing. I seem to be driving a car at fast speed. There's a high wall in front of me. I grab the handbrake and pull, but the car won't stop. And just as I'm about to crash, I wake up in a cold sweat.
Are you dreaming? Or is it just your imagination?
Well, why do you say that?
If you've got something on your mind, why don't you say it?
I don't know what you mean, Fred. I didn't mean to upset you.
I'm not upset.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, dear. There was a man here to see you this afternoon. Said he'd drop by later.
Yeah, what man?
He said his name was Jenkins. He owns the garage in the village.
Jenkins? What about him?
Well, it was something about your brakes. I think he said your brakes were loose. He said he'd come by later.
Brakes? I don't know what he's talking about. I've never had my car in his garage. The only connection I had with him was when he hauled that wrecked convertible up the...
What's the matter, Fred?
There's nothing. Maybe I'd better run down to the village and see Jenkins.
Why?
How do I know until I get there?
Yes, Fred, you don't like the looks of this. Rush down to the garage at the village and see Jenkins. See what he's told Lita. See what he's found out.
Oh, yes, Mr. Wallace. Well, I got a little bill here for $18 that I kind of overlooked. Then I had something I wanted to tell you about the Chrysler convertible, the one that went over the cliff.
What about it?
Well, you know I hauled it up the hill and took it to my shop. I've looked it over, and it can be fixed up.
I told you I didn't want it fixed up. Junk it.
Junk it? Well, then you'll have to sign this pink slip over to me.
I'll sign it, give it here. But I want it junked.
Yes, sir, but I can only get 100 for it as junk.
All right, junk it, and you keep what you get for your trouble. I don't want anything. There you are.
Oh. But what I wanted to tell you was...
Yes?
I know why it rolled over the cliff.
Why?
The emergency brake wouldn't hold.
I know that.
And that's something I can't understand. Handle pulls all the way back to the last notch, and the brake lining barely touches the brake drum. I can't understand that.
I can. The brake lining was worn. It was loose.
The brake was loose, but the lining wasn't worn.
What?
Well, it couldn't have been. I relined all the brakes for your dead wife last summer, and I cinched up the emergency to where it had worked when pulled only halfway back. That's what this $18 bill's for.
Well, then the bolt on the brake must have worked loose.
No. I checked on that. The nut was screwed clear to the end of the bolt, but it still had a cotter key in it. I've never made a mistake like that in my life.
Well, then how would it get loose?
I don't know. Unless somebody loosened it on purpose. Maybe somebody had it in for you. It's the only thing I could think of. As I was telling your wife on the phone...
What?
I said as I was telling your wife.
Talk to my wife about this?
Well, yes. Didn't she tell you I called?
How much did you tell her?
Well, I tried to explain about the
You
brake.
have no right to talk to my wife about such things.
But I just thought you ought to know.
Yes, of course. I just meant that you shouldn't have bothered my wife about it. She's been very nervous since the accident. I try not to mention it to her.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry.
It's all right, only we're both trying to forget the whole thing.
Sure, Mr. Wallace.
So just send me a bill and I'll mail a check and just forget about this.
Sure. I'll get the bill for you in just a minute.
Never mind, I have to hurry. I have to get home right away.
Well, Fred, Jenkins stumbled onto the evidence, didn't he? He doesn't seem to suspect anything, but he talked to Lita. Lita, whose memory is returning. Now she knows what happened.
All the way back, my mind was going a mile a minute. Lita knew, and I had to make my plans quickly. Plans to get rid of her. I drove in the back directly into the garage. I guess that's why I didn't see the car parked in front. When I rushed into the house, Lita was standing in the hall waiting for me.
Oh, darling, I was hoping you'd get back.
So you knew all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever it is, it'll keep. Right now, come in the living room. There's
But
somebody...
it won't keep. The game's up, Lita. Jenkins told you, didn't he? Didn't he?
Well, he said something about the brakes on the convertible, but
That's not all. He told you why they didn't work, why the car went over the cliff, didn't he?
Fred, listen, the sheriff's office...
Oh, so you got the sheriff's office in on it, too. Well, what were you waiting for? Why didn't you turn me in long ago? You knew about the brake. You probably even knew about me putting the leaking tire back on and jerking the car off the jack. My only mistake was in not letting you go over the cliff with Vera. Now it looks like I'll have to do that all over again.
Fred!
As if you didn't know. Now I'll have to take care of you.
I don't think so, Wallace. I think I'll have to take care of you.
What?
Fred, I tried to tell you. The sheriff sent a deputy out to see me, and...
Oh, you did trap me, you dirty...
Side, Mrs. Wallace. I've heard all I need
You
to.
won't catch me.
Fred, don't! Stop, Fred!
The Whistler will bring you the rest of the strange story in just a moment. Meantime, Signal Oil Company wants to pass along this important War Production Board warning about the shortage of auto batteries. Due to increased military requirements, WPB announces 40% fewer new batteries will be produced for civilian cars during January, February, March. You know what that means. More and more cars that need new batteries will have to make the old one do. So play safe. Keep your present battery working for you as long as you can by seeing that it gets the regular attention it needs. That means stopping at your neighborhood Signal gasoline dealer every 2 weeks for his complete battery checkup. He'll add distilled water to restore the safe level and remove destructive corrosion from the terminals. If your battery seems run down, his hydrometer test shows whether it needs recharging. And your signal dealer is equipped to give you a quick, thorough recharge job. All this is part of your Signal Complete Go Farther service. Every car needs it more than ever today. See that your car gets it by stopping at least every 2 weeks at your neighborhood Signal gasoline dealer. And now, back to the Whistler.
And what happened then, Fred, after you ran out the door?
I saw the deputy's car, but I didn't see the other guy, the driver, until I ran past and there was a gun in my face. I took a wild poke at him, but he just slapped me on the side of the head with the gun barrel. When I woke up, I was sitting here.
Yes, Fred. Sitting in the sheriff's office, and now you're speaking into a microphone, making a record of your confession. You may have been excellent at plotting murder on paper, but when a man's emotions become involved with the real thing, it isn't so good. You see, you were perfectly safe. You'd committed the perfect crime. Neither Lita nor anybody else suspected a thing till you yourself divulged it. And the sheriff's deputy has just told you that all he came by your place for was to return Vera's purse, which a couple of Boy Scouts had found in the brush where the accident had occurred. Yes, it was just nerves, Fred. Nerves. That's all.
Well, guess that'll be my last murder plot for a long while.
Yes, Fred. I can assure you that the gentleman at San Quentin will see to that.
Next Monday at 9 o'clock, the Whistler will bring you another strange tale, the curious story of Murder is Legal. The Whistler is broadcast for your entertainment by the marketers of Signal gasoline and oil and fine quality auto accessories, and by your neighborhood Signal dealer. This program, directed by George W. Allen, story by J. Donald Wilson, music by Wilbur Hatch, is transmitted to our troops overseas by the Armed Forces Radio Service. Bob Anderson speaking and inviting you to listen next Monday night at 9 when the Signal Oil Company presents The Whistler. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Signal Oil Program, The Whistler. That whistle is your signal for the Signal Oil Program, The Whistler.
I am the Whistler, and I know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales hidden in the hearts of men and women who have stepped into the shadows. Yes, I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak.
Yes, friends, it's time for the Signal Oil Program, The Whistler. Rated tops in popularity for a longer period of time than any other West Coast program in radio history. And Signal gasoline is tops, too, tops in quality. It takes extra quality, you know, to give you extra mileage. And Signal is the famous Go Farther gasoline. So look for the Signal circle sign in yellow and black that identifies friendly dealer-owned Signal stations from Canada to Mexico. And now the Whistler's strange story. Night Final.
She was a newspaper woman and a good one. Words came easily to her. Fresh, new, interesting ways of saying what she saw or felt or heard. Her critics and colleagues agreed that regardless of her shortcomings as a person, Helen Conover was a superlative reporter, holder of the Guild Award for on-the-spot reporting, the first woman to win such an honor. Yet now, as she stood in the courtroom, she found it was hard to put her feelings into words, impossible to describe the exhilarating sense of freedom she felt when the judge announced his decision.
That's all, Mrs. Delavan?
That's all, Your Honor.
Very well. Divorce granted.
As she left the courtroom and started down the hall, she saw her husband's lawyer a few steps ahead.
Mr. Jackson.
Huh? Oh, Mrs. Delavan. Oh, I mean, Miss Conover.
Well, you almost got out of the building before I could thank you.
Thank me.
Yes, for everything. For the quick, painless way you handled the divorce.
Miss Conover, divorce at best is never a painless operation.
Well, it is the way you handle it. Is Malcolm really out of town?
No, of course not.
But then why didn't he...
It was all arranged beforehand. I convinced Malcolm it'd be wise not to contest the divorce.
Oh? Why?
I'd rather not go into that now. He's at home, I think. You'd probably know better than I.
Mal was such an angel about it. You know, somehow I suddenly feel a little tender toward him. He was so gentlemanly and everything.
Considering the circumstances, I'd say he was.
What do you mean, Mr. Jackson?
You noted, of course, that Paul Wilson's name wasn't brought into the proceeding.
Well?
Didn't that strike you as unusual? Wilson was a full-fledged co-respondent if I ever saw one. Your husband isn't entirely blind, you know.
See here, if you're implying...
You can take it any way you like. Malcolm's a very generous man, Miss Conover. Had he been otherwise, this divorce proceeding might have had some unfortunate overtones. For you, at least.
Well, there was nothing wrong. I made it very clear about Paul and me.
Yes, of course. Incidentally, Malcolm told me he'd like to see you when it's convenient. You might drop around sometime today.
Perhaps I will.
Fine. Good day, Miss Conover.
Hello, Malcolm.
Oh, nice of you to ring the bell, Helen.
Oh, now, don't be that way. I've come to tell you how nice you were.
For what?
Being such a good sport. We can still be good friends.
Yes, I suppose that's the fashionable thing for divorced couples, particularly among your pseudo-intellectual friends.
Sorry, darling. I'm not going to let you draw me into an argument, especially now.
With love on the wing, huh?
Right. Let's have a drink, Mal, to our separate futures.
Well, if you say so. What'll it be?
Bourbon, dear.
Oh, you might find something on the desk that'll interest you.
Oh, don't tell me. Let me guess. Oh, here we are. A new letter opener. Oriental sheath knife, isn't it? 14 notches on the handle. Ooh, long and bloody history. Now, why do you ever collect these things?
It isn't Oriental. It's South American, and that's not what I'm talking about. Take another look.
Nothing else here. Just a letter. Mal, where did you get this letter?
In the mail. Perfectly normal routine.
It's from Paul. Why is he writing you?
He'll be in town tomorrow night. For some reason or other, he wants me to come to his apartment at 9. Here's your drink.
But why would he...
Oh, maybe at long last he's heard about the divorce. Airline pilot's out of touch with things, you know.
You're going to see him?
Of course. Let's drink to him, Helen, to our good friend, that wife-stealer superb Paul Wilson.
That's not necessary.
You saw now, because you didn't even know he was going to be in town. I knew it and you didn't. That's a great story. Man bites dog.
Stop it, Mal. I won't have you talking like that.
All right, Helen. You're a great girl, a fine reporter. I resent losing you, I admit it. Just too bad you didn't take enough time out from your reporting to learn to be a woman. Now you'd better go.
Listen, Mal.
I said you'd better go. He's probably in town now waiting for you. Well?
All right. Goodbye, Malcolm.
Well, Miss Conover.
Hello, Ed. How are things down in the press room?
Oh, unholy mess as usual. Still setting up big headlines for little stories. Now, if you folks was on the
you're
ball...
never satisfied, Eddie. Where's Ann?
Well, I just saw her go into the office.
Thanks. Hi, Bern.
What do you say,
Say, your story this morning was great. Ann? Well, crack out the champagne. I hear you did the trick.
Yep, it's all over.
The old Liberty Bell. Let freedom ring.
Skip it. Any calls?
Our dear city editor called. Wants to be sure you're covering the circus opening tomorrow night. Though why you do it, I'll never know.
Sentiment, Annie. My first assignment was a circus opening. Haven't missed one since. Though I wish I hadn't promised this time.
Other things on your mind, darling? Paul Wilson, maybe?
Paul, he called me here?
Shouldn't he have?
Did you tell him where I was?
Shouldn't I have?
Anne, you can be exasperating.
Sorry. I guess I'm just jealous of the success type. A career, lots of men. But really, did you want me to tell Mr. Wilson you were in court? Shedding last year's husband?
You didn't?
No.
Wonder why he's here.
How did you ever keep it from him, dear? The divorce, I mean.
He's out of town most of the time. I just didn't tell him.
He'll be surprised.
Yeah.
I suppose you have it all planned to marry him as soon as it's final.
Don't rush me. I'm just out of this one.
What did he say? He wants to see you at 8 tonight. I told him you were tied up tomorrow with the circus.
Oh. You'll go with me, won't you?
That's your department. Why don't you take Paul? I have another pass you can use. Business and pleasure and all that sort of thing.
I'm afraid he doesn't love me that much, but I might ask him tonight.
Let me know what he says, will you?
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Just curious.
For the rest of the afternoon, you try to catch up on your work. But it's hard, Helen, trying to concentrate with your mind on Paul this way. Trying to analyze this strange new freedom. Different now, with a thrill gone out of it and a curious, unsettled, half-bitter feeling in its place. And it hasn't left you hours later as you drive toward Paul's apartment in a taxi. Halfway across town, the driver pulls up at a red flare on the left of the speedway.
What is it, driver?
Accident up ahead. Looks like a tough one.
All right.
Wait a minute, driver. Wait a minute.
Keep it moving.
What is it, officer?
Get back in that car there, lady.
Helen
Come on,
Conover,
driver.
Daily Post.
Huh? Oh, reporter, huh?
Yeah, was it bad?
Yeah, 3 people killed. One of them was a state senator. Kavanaugh was his name.
Senator Kavanaugh?
Yeah.
Driver, here you are. You go along. I've got a story to file.
Yes, Helen, on duty or not, you're a reporter above everything else. A state senator killed. The bodies of 2 high school students in the wreckage of the other car. So it's 2 hours later, nearly 10 o'clock, when you finally arrive at Paul's apartment.
Well, so you finally decided to show up, darling.
I'm sorry, Paul. I got here as soon as I could. There was a bad accident. I had to get the story in.
You're not supposed to be working this late.
I'm a reporter, dear. When a story breaks and I'm there, the Daily Post gets it.
Yeah. For God, for country, and the Daily Post, eh?
Well, I'm not a reporter now, dear.
Oh?
I'm a woman. A single woman.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Aren't you glad?
Nope.
What did you say?
Helen, just because I buy you a few drinks, take you dancing a couple of times, doesn't mean I intend to break up a man's home.
Paul, I told you about
You
Malcolm.
didn't tell me half of it. A man named Jackson looked me up. Your husband's lawyer.
Jackson, what did he say?
You should have let me in on all these plans of yours, Helen. Malcolm, too.
What are you trying to say?
I wouldn't have let you go ahead with this divorce.
Well, it's all over, Paul. I have my divorce. I did it for you so I could be free.
You made a mistake. A bad one. You see, I'm not getting a divorce.
You're married.
That's right. And Malcolm knew it. I don't know how, but he did.
You what?
Seems that you got into the wrong game, baby. Ordinarily, it'd be time to pick up your chips and go home. Now you can't even do that.
You can't do this to
It was
me.
your own doing, Helen. Don't go blaming me.
Rotten.
Careful,
low.
sweetheart. You'll spoil your makeup.
You'll never get away with it, Paul. Do you hear me? You'll never get away with it. I'll
You don't know
kill
how funny
first.
you look, really.
Did you hear what I said? I'll
Hey, wait a minute.
kill you.
Wait a minute. Don't. No. Oh, that's a dirty shame. that vase belonged to my favorite aunt. Don't slam the door.
With the prologue of Night Final, the Signal Oil Company is bringing you another strange story by The Whistler. But first, a word about some of the convenience features that today's drivers can enjoy. More and more of the new cars are featuring no clutch, no gear shift. Some even have windows that raise or lower automatically at the mere touch of a button. But whether or not your car has these features, there's one convenience that every driver can enjoy. That is a Signal credit card. For instance, instead of paying cash every time you stop for gas, oil, or a lube job, you merely tell the Signal dealer to charge it. And because Signal credit cards are honored at all Signal service stations throughout the 6 Pacific Coast states from Canada to Mexico, you'll find one especially helpful on trips. You're relieved of the necessity of carrying large sums of money, yet you're prepared for those unexpected emergencies that can arise. Moreover, at the end of each month, when you pay for your driving needs with one check, just as you now pay your phone, light, or department store bill, you have a handy record of what it costs to run your car. When you consider how much ease and pleasure all of this adds to your driving, it's no wonder more and more motorists are stopping by their Signal service station to fill out an application blank for a Signal credit card. And now back to the Whistler.
The blood rushes to your head as you run out of the apartment, down the stairs to the street. A hatred for Paul boiling up inside you, twice as powerful now as the love ever was. Because it's a helpless hatred. Because Paul is up there now, laughing at you, and you're helpless. Then, as the damp fog begins to clear your head, as your heart stops pounding, a cold, curiously logical idea comes home to you. And you realize that the thing you shouted in anger at him back in the apartment, that you could kill him, wasn't really hysterical at all. It was a statement of fact. You could kill him, Helen. You aren't helpless at all. By the time you arrive at the office the next morning, you've decided exactly how it's going to happen. It begins with Anne. There are things you must plant in her mind, and with Anne, you have to be careful.
Congratulations, darling. You scooped the whole town with that crash story last night.
Really?
Oh, now, don't be wide-eyed, dear. It doesn't become you.
Well, it was a lucky break, Anne.
And you did a nice job of covering it, I might add. Mm-hmm. Say, what's wrong with you? You're not very enthusiastic.
Oh, it's nothing, Anne.
Oh, cut it out. I know better. Now, what is it?
It's Malcolm.
Oh? Malcolm's found out about Paul?
Yes, and you know what a temper Malcolm has. Well, he was at his worst, made all sorts of threats.
Against you?
No, that's why I'm worried. He acted as if he might take it out on Paul. You've never seen anyone so jealous, Anne.
Well, keep them apart until it's over. That's all you can do.
It's not so easy.
You can hide Paul in a crowd tonight.
How do you mean?
Take him to the circus with you. That's the one place Malcolm won't go. Not in his frame of mind.
Oh, I'm afraid Paul isn't interested in circuses either. I still want company, though. How about you? Change your mind?
The boss won't let me off the rewrite desk. I'll be at it all night.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
I'm not. If you spot any stories, call me, will you?
Sure. Still wish you were going with me. They say it's quite a show.
Yes, Helen, quite a show. But you knew all along that Anne would have to decline your invitation, didn't you? That was part of your plan. Part 2 takes place at the apartment, your old apartment, to which you've still got a key. From your years as Mrs. Delavan, you know that Malcolm isn't home. At his desk, you pick up Malcolm's long, thin letter opener, hide it in your purse. Half an hour later, wearing a conspicuous red bolero jacket, you're standing in line at the ticket booth in front of Seeley Brothers' giant show. And there's a reason for not using your pass, isn't there, Helen?
Hurry, come on.
Yes, sir, who's next?
Right here, 2, please.
2, here you go.
Thanks.
3 in the grandstand. 3 grandstands, thank you.
1, please, grandstand.
Yes, ma'am, 1 grand. $50 bill. That's the smallest you got, lady.
I'm sorry.
For crying out loud, 50
I
bucks.
said I was sorry.
Oh, Okay, I can handle it.
A red bolero jacket and a $50 bill. You know the man in the ticket booth will remember you, don't you, Helen? And inside the main tent, you slip the jacket off, turn it inside out, and fold it over your arm. Just one of the crowd again. And then, a few minutes later, you slip quietly out a side exit and make your way to the street. It'll be a simple matter to reach Paul's apartment unnoticed on the crowded streetcar. You're standing in an alcove in the hall outside Paul's apartment, waiting for Malcolm to complete his visit and leave. It's nearly an hour before you see him come out and start down the stairs. Almost before he's out of sight, you're down the hall, ringing the doorbell.
Helen,
Aren't you going to ask me in, Paul?
should I? There's a vase or two I forgot to nail down.
I'm sorry, Paul. I won't stay long.
Okay. Your timing was perfect. Just missed your husband.
Yes, I know.
Oh?
He showed me your letter, Paul. What did you talk about?
Oh, Helen, it's all over. Why go on talking about it?
It meant a great deal to me, Paul.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Helen, please. Why did you come here?
I want to say goodbye, Paul.
Goodbye.
Yes, I won't bother you anymore. But would you mind too terribly, Paul? Would you mind kissing me goodbye?
Of course not. Come here.
Oh.
Helen, I never meant... Helen, you...
It was a kiss of death, wasn't it, Helen? You stand for a moment, looking down at Paul's still face. And then you hurry to the door, cautiously let yourself out of the apartment, hurry back to the circus. The crowd is pouring out of the main tent as you get there. You slip on the red bolero jacket, mingle with the others as they move away from the entrance, babbling excitedly.
Hey, what were their names?
The Flying Carbonis. They've been working together for years.
I never seen anything like it. Never. Oh, excuse me, lady.
Certainly. Taxi.
Where to, lady?
Daily Post. No, wait a minute. I'll call the story in. Take me home, driver. Brockhurst Apartments.
That about all, Miss Conover?
Give me the last paragraph again, will you?
Sure. While last night's performance followed the Shaw Brothers formula right down to the waltzing bear and the death-defying acrobatics of the Carboni troupe, its very adherence to circus tradition assures it a profitable engagement.
Mm-hmm. Profitable engagement in a city which has long since demonstrated its loyalty to tinsel and tan bark. Got that?
Right.
Okay, print it. Well, this looks like it. Hello?
This is Anne, Helen.
Oh, good heavens, Anne, it's 3 a.m. If it's about that review,
It isn't about the review, darling. You'd better brace yourself. I have some pretty shocking news.
What is it?
Paul Wilson was murdered tonight.
What?
They're holding Malcolm on suspicion.
I'll be right down. Anne, I got here as fast as... Ed, what are you doing here?
Oh, I had a little extra work to do in the composing room tonight.
I've been talking to Ed about the murder, Helen.
Horrible. I can't believe Malcolm
That's
would...
just it. Neither can we. Pretty crude stuff, you know. Advertising a motive all over town like that. Then knocking off your rival with an Oriental curio that a correspondence school detective could trace to you.
He must have lost his reason.
Oh, no. He was pretty jealous, but he wasn't stupid.
Well, that's beside the point now. Suppose they'll want me down at police headquarters.
You can relax, honey. Police headquarters is coming to you.
What's this all about, Anne? Why
Just a minute. All right, Lieutenant Jacobs. This is Lieutenant Jacobs, Helen.
How do you do?
How do you do?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, I'd like to ask a few myself.
You'll have a chance in just a moment, Miss Conover. I won't be long. You see, I only have one question.
All right.
Where were you at 10:15 last night?
Well, Anne could have told you that. I was at the circus.
Are you sure, dear?
Well, I phoned the story into the rewrite
Didn't
man.
you stop to wonder why I wasn't on the rewrite desk?
Well, no, I didn't.
You should have. You see, I changed my mind. I went to the circus, too. I used the other pass, the seat next to the one you were supposed to be using.
Does this mean you actually suspect me of murdering Paul Wilson?
Well, I admit it gave me pause.
Your ex-husband claims he and Wilson talked things over, that Wilson was giving you the air.
That's a ridiculous lie.
Malcolm is pretty sure of his facts. He suggested, quite loudly, too, that you were trying to frame him.
It all depends on that one point, Miss Conover. Where you were at 10:15 last night.
I already told you. I was covering the circus. And if you're awfully concerned about that ticket business...
We are.
I'll produce the pass I didn't use. It's at home in my tan coat. See, I changed to my red bolero jacket and discovered when I got there I'd left the pass at home. So I bought a ticket in the grandstand.
You can prove that?
I think so. All I had was a $50 bill. The man at the ticket window was terribly irritated with me.
I see.
I suggest you find out who he is and ask him about the woman in the red bolero jacket. He'll remember me.
Well, that's an angle.
Now, let me tell you something, Lieutenant. My good friend Anne over here seems to have engineered this. You might be interested in her reasons.
Wait a minute,
First
Helen.
off, she's been jealous of me and my position with this paper ever since she came here. She hates me. She'd do anything to ruin me and my career.
Helen.
You better tell the truth, Annie. It's all going in the record. And this is the topper, Lieutenant. I introduced her to my former husband at a cocktail party 3 years ago. She's been in love with him ever since. She'd do anything right now to save him. Ask her if that's true, Lieutenant. Ask her to answer that one, under oath.
Well, what about it, Miss Stoddard?
All right, I do love him.
The Whistler will return in just a moment with a strange ending to tonight's story. Meantime, 2 points it'll pay every driver to remember if you want to be sure of the tops in quality when you buy gasoline. 1,
in gasoline, it takes extra quality to go farther.
and 2,
Signal is the famous Go Farther gasoline.
yes, it's a fact. Mileage is the best yardstick of gasoline quality. After all, in order to give you quicker starting, faster pickup, and smoother knock-free power, Signal gasoline has to help your motor run more efficiently. And when your motor runs more efficiently, naturally you see proof of it on your speedometer in mileage. That's why we're so proud of Signal's good mileage, which has made Signal gasoline known from Canada to Mexico as the Go Farther gasoline. And it's why we say, to be sure of the tops in gasoline quality, there are just 2 things to remember. 1,
In gasoline, it takes extra quality to go farther.
and 2.
Signal is the famous Go Farther gasoline.
And now back to the Whistler.
It's a tense scene, Helen, the 3 of you, Anne, Lieutenant Jacobs, and yourself, grouped around the dingy rewrite desk under the cruel white light in your office at the Daily Post. Ed, the compositor from the press room, sitting quietly on the sidelines. It was an awkward moment, explaining away your absence at the circus. But you're sure now, with a ticket man available to place you at the circus at the time of the crime, with Anne admitting her love for Malcolm, that you're in the clear. It's almost a full minute after her admission that Anne finally speaks.
Ed.
Yeah?
Bring me the paper, Ed, the morning edition with the review of the performance last night. You've got it.
Sure. Right here.
Now, let's get this straight, Lieutenant. We're all agreed everything depends on where my capable colleague was at the time she claims she was at the circus.
Why don't you let him check my review, Annie?
I've already read it.
Yes. You see, it's a rather important piece of evidence. The next time you see that typescript, it'll be marked Exhibit A.
What do you mean?
You're a top reporter, Helen. Never missed a trick. But you did last night. That's why we didn't print your story. We used mine instead.
You what?
Take a look at that headline.
The black letters stab into your brain like neon, swim before your eyes. The floor seems to open up and swallow you as the sense of it strikes home.
Flying Carboni troop plunges to death in circus accident.
You're unprepared, off balance now. No defense for this.
Important piece of evidence, Helen. Marked Exhibit A.
And as you try frantically to think of some excuse, some way out, Lieutenant Jacob starts bearing in with questions about Paul, about Malcolm, about the knife, the apartment. The whole thing, Helen, the whole hideous truth. Until you can't think anymore. Until you find yourself admitting every word of it.
And I guess that's all. Now, just let me sleep. Leave me alone.
They'll do what they can for you down at headquarters, Miss Conover. Come on, let's go. Oh, thanks, Ann.
It was a pleasure.
And a good idea. You know, we could use a head like yours downtown.
What are you talking about?
That morning edition we had Ed print up especially for you, Miss Conover. You see, the flying Carbonis didn't fall last night. But you did. And for a phony headline at that.
Let that whistle be your signal for the Signal Oil program, The Whistler, each Wednesday night at this same time. Brought to you by the Signal Oil Company, marketers of Signal gasoline and motor oil and fine quality automotive accessories. Signal has asked me to remind you, to get the most driving pleasure, drive at sensible speeds, be courteous, and obey traffic regulations. It may save a life, possibly your own. Featured in tonight's story were Betty Lou Gerson and Joan Banks. The Whistler was produced by George W. Allen, with story by Bob Platt and music by Wilbur Hatch. It was transmitted to our troops overseas by the Armed Forces Radio Service. Next Wednesday, for a full hour of mystery over most of these stations, tune in a half hour earlier. Enjoy The Saint as well as The Whistler. This is Marvin Miller speaking. This is CBS, where 99 million people gather every week. The Columbia Broadcasting System.
I am the Whistler, and I know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales hidden in the hearts of men and women who have stepped into the shadows. Yes, I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak.
And now, the Whistler's strange story, with my own eyes.
Although it was past 4, the Florida sun was hot and blinding. And Christine wished for the 20th time she hadn't left her dark glasses back at the hotel. She wished, too, that she weren't so tired of walking, that the New York doctor who had prescribed a rest for her had had sense enough not to recommend Florida at the height of the winter season. And she wished fervently that somewhere in Crescent Bay she'd find a place to live at something less than $20 a day. It was despondency more than anything else that made her stop before the big house with a tall white wall around it, look down the walk to the door, and decide to give it a try. It was a big house. There must be extra rooms. and they couldn't do more than say no.
Yes?
Well, I'm sorry to bother you, but I was hoping you could help me. You see, my doctor's ordered me here for my health. I arrived day before yesterday.
Come in,
and
please.
What did you say?
Come in.
Oh, thank you.
This way.
My name's Christine McKay. I'm staying at the hotel now, but I really can't afford to stay there any longer, and Oh, sorry. I didn't see that chair. It's so bright outside, and it's so dark in here.
Oh, never mind that. Come over here and sit down.
Thank you.
Now, have you decided where you want to stay?
Decided?
Well, this is an older house, but I think you'll be comfortable. I could let you have that room at the top of the stairs. It has its own private bath.
You mean that
And there's an acre or so of garden inside the wall in the summer house. I'm sure you'd be happy here.
Wait a minute. You mean I can have the room?
Well, I want you to take it. Well, I'm a little lonely here, and, well, I'd like to have someone around.
What about the rent?
Well, would $10 be too much?
$10 a week?
Well, let's make it $7.50. Is that all right?
It's wonderful.
You'll take the room, then?
Of course. You don't know what this means to me, Mrs.
Drake. Mrs. Henry Drake. Here. Now, I want you to move in right away. Tonight. Here's the key, and I'll write down the address so you'll be sure to find the house again. Now, let's see. Oh, here's a piece of paper. 1220 Biscayne Road. There you are.
Thank you, Mrs. Drake. Thank you so much.
Now, you run along and get your things. When can you come back?
Well, I've an awful lot to do in town. I may be late.
Well, you can let yourself in with your key and go right up to your room on the left at the head of the stairs. But you will be here tonight.
Of course, Mrs. Drake. I'll be here tonight.
It's after 11 when you return, Christine. And you're dead tired as you let yourself in the front door and walk up the stairs to your room. You're glad the family, if there is one, is asleep. That there'll be no introductions and polite conversation to keep you from bed. And it's a lovely bed, a lovely room, much nicer than anything you'd expected. As you undress, you make a mental note to remember Mrs. Drake in your prayers tomorrow night, when you're not so tired. 10 minutes later, you're asleep. But it's a peculiar sleep. Blackness at first and complete rest. And then later, something that seems to intrude. Something annoying, almost frightening. And then suddenly you find yourself sitting bolt upright in bed, listening. For some reason, you're trembling as you get out of bed. Walk to the door and open it a crack. A man passes the door of your room, close enough for you to see what he's carrying. It's the body of Mrs. Drake, with the scarf she was wearing this afternoon, tightly knotted around her neck. You know now what she meant, don't you, Christine? When she told you she'd feel better with someone else in the house. This man was going to kill her. You can hear his footsteps on the boardwalk outside, in the garden. And rather than take a chance on facing him somewhere down there in the darkness, you decide to lock yourself in your room and wait until morning. You turn the key in the lock, and a few minutes later you hear his steps on the boardwalk again, coming back to the house. There's no more sleep, of course. Nothing but a kind of paralysis. And 5 eternal hours before it's light, and your watch reads 7 o'clock. He doesn't know you're here, Christine, and he mustn't know until you've had a chance to see the police. At last you brace yourself, open the door, and walk softly to the stairway.
I beg your pardon. Did I frighten you?
Well, I'm sorry, but you see, you frightened me, too. I didn't know I had a visitor.
Well, I thought I could leave without disturbing you. And Mrs. Drake, I plan to take a morning walk down to the beach.
Did you say Mrs. Drake?
Why, yes. Didn't she tell you?
Tell me what?
She rented me the room at the head of the stairs yesterday afternoon.
No, she didn't tell me that. When did you come here?
Last night. I was a little late, and...
What time?
I don't know.
Tell me, what time?
I think about 11.
Oh, I see.
Now, if you don't mind,
Wait a minute. Why did you come to this house?
Well, I came to Florida for my health.
Health? What's wrong with you?
Nerves mostly. I need a rest.
Oh, nerves. Did you sleep well last night?
Fairly well.
Oh, good. There's nothing like sleep for a case of nerves.
Now, if you don't mind...
No, don't go. Let me fix you some breakfast. What about it?
I think I'd better go.
Ridiculous going off without breakfast. Just a cup of coffee.
Please.
I won't take no for an answer. I insist. Why are you looking at me like that?
You don't intend to let me go, do you?
What? Oh, don't be silly now.
There's no point in bluffing any longer. Why don't you have Mrs. Drake fix us some breakfast?
Yes, I suppose I shouldn't bluff any longer. You're in a pretty bad way, young lady. You see, that's why I asked you about your illness. Nerves do funny things.
What do you mean?
My wife isn't here. She's been in Fort Lauderdale for a week. I'm at a loss as to how you got in and where you got the amazing idea that she rented a room to you.
I saw you last night, walking down the hall, carrying her body in your arms with a scarf.
Well, you do need a rest, don't you? A nightmare like that is...
Tell me it was a nightmare. I saw it with my own eyes.
My dear, easy now.
Let me go.
Of course I'll let you go. As a matter of fact, I want you to go.
You mean that...
Well, how do you think it looks for a man to have a pretty girl in the house with his wife out of town? I've got a reputation, you know. Now, you run upstairs and get your things. And if you insist on leaving without breakfast, I'm afraid I can't drive you to where you're going. You'll have to call a taxi. And, a word of advice, my dear. Take care of yourself. Will you? You do need a rest.
Yes, Chris, you saw it with your own eyes. And this man, this murderer, has the colossal effrontery to tell you that you were dreaming. He escorts you down to the taxi, smiles at you patronizingly as he helps the driver with your luggage. And then he waves to you as you drive off.
Driver.
Yes, ma'am?
Forget the hotel. I want you to take me to police headquarters.
It all fits, doesn't it, Chris? The strangeness in Mrs. Drake's manner when she rented you the room yesterday was fear. She knew this man was going to kill her. But it's tragic that she didn't know how soon it would happen. You know exactly what you're going to say when you get to police headquarters. And an hour later, you're talking to the desk sergeant.
2 a.m. that a noise awakened me. I went to the door, opened it just in time to see him walk past, carrying the body of this woman, his wife, I think. She was strangled with a scarf.
Where'd this happen?
1220 Biscayne Road.
What was that?
1220 Biscayne Road.
Oh, wait a minute, lady. You must have that wrong. What was the woman's name?
Mrs. Henry Drake.
Do you know what you're saying?
I've made it plain enough. He's a murderer. I want you to arrest him.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm tired of waiting. I waited outside for half an hour to get in here. Take me to the chief of police or whoever your superior is.
I'll do better than that, lady, I will. I'll take you in to see the commissioner. Come on. Here we are. Go ahead. Morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, Joe. Now, what's the matter, young lady? Still troubled with nerves?
There's no point in my staying here, Sergeant.
Oh, not at all. Close the door, Joe.
Yes.
My name is Henry Drake, young lady. I'm police commissioner here in Crescent Bay.
Commissioner, she was telling me some yarn about her.
Yes, I know, Joe. She told it to me about an hour ago.
It wasn't a yarn. It was the truth, and you know it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll find someone who'll do something about it.
Just a minute now. I've tried to be lenient with you because I know you're not well. I want to convince you, however, that you are making a very serious charge.
I'm quite aware of that.
Very well. Joe?
Yes, Commissioner.
Call in Chief of Police Norton and Captain Evans of Homicide. If this lady is going to tell her story, I think she should tell it to the proper people. And that's all you have to say, Miss McKay?
That's all.
I know you can understand my embarrassment, gentlemen. Where she got that key to my house is a puzzle, of course. I think, though, that the fact that she admits that she came here for her health, her nerves, might account for her strange dream and the imaginary woman who rented her the room.
I tell you, I saw it with my own eyes.
Just a minute. Commissioner.
Yes, Chief?
Where is your wife?
In Fort Lauderdale, of course. You know I sent her there a week ago.
But that's impossible. I talked to her yesterday. He's lying, I tell you, if you'll only check.
What about that, Commissioner?
It's all right with me. Send a wire, please, to the manager of the Kenworth Arms Hotel in Fort Lauderdale. Advise return wire whether a Mrs. Henry Drake is a registered guest as of today, and if she is there now. Just a moment. Will that be satisfactory, Miss McCain?
I think so.
All right. Send it out, Miss Dixon. We'll wait here for an answer. Come in.
Here's the answer to that wire, Mr. Drake.
Oh, good. Yeah, let's see. Here you are, Miss McKay. Suppose you read it.
Mrs. Henry Drake has been our guest since the 16th. Sitting in lobby at this moment. Graves.
Well?
I guess that ought to settle that.
Doesn't settle anything. It only means some woman is staying at that hotel posing as Mrs. Drake.
What now, Chief?
He's pretty persistent.
How far is Fort Lauderdale?
Couple of hours.
Do you know Mrs. Drake? Have you met her?
Of course I know her.
Well, let's go down there right now. I'll prove to you that this woman in Fort Lauderdale is an imposter.
Commissioner, I know how you feel about all this. It's the craziest situation I ever saw. But I think it'll be embarrassing to turn this girl loose until we've satisfied her she's wrong.
You're absolutely right, Chief. Get a car ready. I'll drive down there with you.
Third floor. She's in 314 down to your right.
Thank you.
I hope this will satisfy you, Miss McShay.
It will.
You'll admit it's all a bad dream if my wife is in this room?
I'll tell you after I see her.
Here we are. 314.
Yes?
It's Henry, darling.
Henry. What on earth? Oh.
It's a long story, I'm afraid. Come in, please. You know Chief Norton, my dear, and this is Miss McKay.
Oh, Henry, is something wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. Henry sent me here for a rest, you know. I'm afraid I'm not being very hospitable.
We don't want to upset you, darling, but Miss McKay seems to have two very persistent ideas. One, that you rented the room at the top of the stairs to her yesterday afternoon. And two, that I strangled you with a silk scarf at 2 o'clock this morning.
Oh, no. Why, Henry, I don't understand.
Don't look at me, my dear. I don't understand it either.
We're sorry to bother you, Mrs. Drake. We felt we had to clear it up in the lady's mind before we turned her loose.
Of course. Yes, of course. Well, young lady, I don't quite know what to say to you. As you can see, I am alive.
She's a very unusual girl. She's got a will of iron. I was bowled over this morning to find her in the downstairs hallway about to leave. She'd got a key from Lord knows where and had blithely spent the night in our guest room. Turned up at headquarters this morning with the story. Are you satisfied now, young lady?
is his wife?
Yes, this is Mrs. Drake. Is she the one you think rented you the room?
I don't know. It was so dark, I couldn't see her face very well.
Oh, it was too dark, huh?
4 in the afternoon, and too dark.
You were here yesterday afternoon, weren't you, Agnes?
Of course I was. I was playing bridge.
Please.
Well, I think I've had enough. Come on, Chief. Let's go back to the office.
No, Henry. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. You don't really know this girl, Henry?
Agnes, of course I don't know her.
I see. I wonder, perhaps this could be the election. Isn't it coming up next month?
Yes, but what's that got to do with it?
Well, couldn't it be that she's part of some sort of plot to discredit you, make you lose that election?
Oh, listen, Mrs. Drake, believe me, please.
I believe that's what you're up to, young lady. This whole fantastic story is a plot against my husband. Henry, I'm coming back to Crescent Bay. I'm not going to leave you alone up there another minute.
Oh, no. See here, Agnes, that won't be necessary.
But I want to, Henry. I want to come back. I want to help you.
But you rest, Agnes. We decided you'd stay here at least from the 16th to the 28th. Your rest is important, remember?
I know,
please.
but...
Please. All of you, I'll forget about it. I'll admit I'm wrong. Just please take me back to the hotel.
You're bewildered now, aren't you, Chris? Frustrated and helpless. Yes. As you pace the floor of your hotel room, the past 24 hours does seem like a dream. And you almost believe you did have a nightmare. That is until you reach into your purse for a cigarette and run across a scrap of yellow paper. The one the lady who rented the room gave you with her address on one side.
1220 Biscayne Road.
That's not a nightmare, is it, Chris? The address she wrote and handed to you. Slowly you turn the torn scrap of yellow paper over. It's the top part of a telegram, the printed Western Union heading and part of the line of code letters. A telegram, Chris. A long chance, but it's worth investigating. This telegram might shed some light on your bewildering situation. You rush to the Western Union office.
I'm sorry, miss. That's not our code. Belongs to Palm Cove, about 20 miles north of here.
Here's the copy of the wire, ma'am. It is filed on the 4th.
Thank you. Mrs. Willetta Drake, 506 April Way, Seattle, Washington. Happy to settle on your terms, provided you come here in person between the 16th and 28th. Henry.
Is that what you wanted, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, this is just what I wanted.
You're sure you're right now, aren't you, Chris? There were two Mrs. Drakes. Mrs. Willetta Drake of Seattle and Mrs. Agnes Drake of Crescent Bay.